flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. We are floating in a spirit wind, never knowing where we'll fall. Carried far from where we began, and that's the beauty of it all. Spirit flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. We alone determine where we stand, back to back or face to face. Everyone will surely take up arms, some to fight, some to embrace. Spirit flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. The spirit flow over me. Clear my eyes that I might see. Spirit flow over you, and know that you are spirit too. And know that you are spirit too. And know that you are spirit too.
I wake up in the morning in the flow of love. Another day is dawning in the flow of love. I take a deep breath from below and above. I'm ready to begin now in the flow of love. Oh, I'm giving and receiving. I'm in the flow of love. Oh, I'm giving and receiving. I'm in the flow of love. Happiness I show in the flow of love. Joy that's overgrowing in the flow of love. Feeling peace inside, it's what I'm dreaming of. Letting my heart guide in the flow of love. Oh, I'm giving and receiving. I'm in the flow of love. Oh, I'm giving and receiving.
Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, our live stream celebration from Paoli, Pennsylvania. We're so glad you're here. I'm Maxine Kaye, and I am the very grateful spiritual leader of this wonderful, beloved community. We're so glad you're here with us today. And wasn't it wonderful to have an extra hour's sleep last night? Everybody's fresh and alive and ready for a beautiful Sunday. Well, wherever you may be on your spiritual journey, wherever you may be in the world, we're so happy that you chose to spend this hour with us. It's the hour of power. I think we borrowed that from somewhere else, but it's still true, because here we teach and share and practice the teachings and the principles of science of mind. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to be together, to walk along and dance along this spiritual evolutionary path together. We are here to love one another. We are here to be with each other. We're here to practice the principle that changes lives, ours and others, and ultimately the world itself. Because we have these beautiful spiritual tools that we use for any and every human condition. And we bring light into the darkness, and we make a difference wherever we go. And we share these tools with each other. That's what builds a community. Even when we're not always meeting in person, we are still a community, and we will be meeting twice a month here for a while until we are ultimately together every week. It's a good thing. It's also a wonderful thing that we have a beautiful mission, and that is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. You see, we understand that as lovely as it is to be human and to do the human dance, that we are more than that, that there is a spiritual author that brought each of us forth into being. And to begin to awaken to that spiritual reality is the most important step to changing our lives for the better and changing the world for the better as well. And it's a wonderful mission, and we take it quite seriously. Of course, we know, as Ernest Holmes suggested to us, that we take what we're doing seriously while we don't take ourselves too seriously while we are doing it. Because this is an opportunity to express the most wonderful quality of the divine in our own lives, which is the quality of joy. And so everything that we do and the way we do it, we choose to enter into it with delight. And we know we have the power within us to make a creative difference in our lives and in the larger world, because we know that we are in the process, our vision, we are in the process of co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all sentient beings, and for the planet itself. We have within us the indwelling power of the presence itself, which says yes to every beautiful idea that we come up with. So thanks for being with us. And here we go. We're going to have an opening song, which is In the Flow of Love.
In this place of silent prayer, all my thoughts are perfectly clear. It's up to me what music I hear, and I can choose what I feel. Yes, I can choose what I feel.
I'm gonna let the joy wash over me. I'm gonna let the joy
wash over me. I'm gonna let the joy wash my worry away. I'm gonna let the joy wash over me. I'm gonna celebrate this precious day. I'm gonna let the love flow out of me. I'm gonna let the love wash my worry away. I'm gonna let the love flow out of me. I'm gonna celebrate this precious day.
Gonna let the things come through me that need to come through.
I'm gonna let the laughter fall out of me. I'm gonna let the laughter wash my worry away. I'm gonna let the laughter fall out of me. I'm gonna celebrate this precious day. I'm gonna let the joy wash over me. I'm gonna let the joy wash my worry away. I'm gonna let the joy wash over me. I'm gonna celebrate this precious day.
I'm gonna celebrate.
I'm gonna celebrate this precious day.
This precious day.
I'm gonna celebrate.
Celebrate.
That was delightful, and I misspoke. That was actually Sky Nelson singing Celebrate This Precious Day, talking all about, singing all about joy. And something else that I overlooked that I'd always like to have us share is our purpose statement. And I know many of you like saying it with us. So will you tell me this purpose statement? Let's all say it together. Living, loving, learning. Spirituality that works. All right, now I'd like to talk to the kids. Good morning to the kids. How are you? I know you're wonderful. Whatever you're doing today, I know you're having a good time doing it. Now, when you were younger, do you remember building things with Legos and Lincoln Logs? Lincoln Logs actually came before Legos. My kids were playing with Lincoln Logs before Legos ever appeared on the scene. But you love making things. You love molding things with clay and making animals and then smushing them and making something else, making a flower or making a spaceship. But it's the same stuff. When you're using clay, or what is that other, Play-Doh, that's it, thank you. That we make wonderful things because it's just one substance. And out of that one substance, we can make all kinds of things. We get to choose, and then we get to choose again. It's like, I made a turtle. It's a fine turtle, but now I'd really rather make a unicorn. And so we have choice about what we make out of these wonderful things. Well, you see, it's also true that we build ideas, first with the seed that is in our imagination, and then we see results. How many times can you think about the ideas that you've had, that you've finally realized in your world? You make things first with an idea. That's the way God makes things, right? First with an idea. And then we use that same wonderful invisible substance. The Play-Doh or the clay is visible, but working in our thoughts, in our imagination, you don't see it until you reveal it. And then we get to see it in the world, and we all get to do that. You plant a seed, you grow a garden. You get an idea for a science project, and then you put it together, and there it is, you can see it, and you probably get an A+. So I'm so grateful for our God-given ability to create. And the more appreciation we feel for this gift of the creative process, the greater and more wonderful the results will be. So maybe you created pancakes for your breakfast. If so, you better go have them while they're still warm, okay? Enjoy. We see you next time. Bye for now. And now I think we'll have a meditation. Okay, let's come into the heart of our hearts, remembering that our hearts are always held tenderly and powerfully by the cosmic heart of God itself. Let's take a deep breath together. breathing in that precious life of spirit and breathing it out so that it is going into the world, touching and blessing everyone. Now imagine with me, before anything was visible, before anything was even created, the no-thingness, the presence of the divine itself, the formless, the invisible, pulsating with a desire to express life. And Spirit's desire to bring life out of itself shows up as the creative urge that is pulsating with life and love, is passionate and ready to manifest. And then those words, let there be. And there was. There were universes just beginning to take form. Planets, stars, the earth itself, water, land, mountains, valleys, flora, trees, plants, flowers, herbs, vegetables, fauna, protozoa, invertebrates, aquatic and land animals, all endowed with universal intelligence and guided by instinct. What a beautiful visible expression of the great indivisible, invisible presence. And then humans, individualized expressions of divine life, endowed with universal intelligence and co-creators with the divine, guided by intuition. What marvelous choice-making beings, just a little lower than the angels. Imagine your own coming into being on earth, your maturation, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And delight in your ability to choose that which is for your greatest good and the betterment of the world itself. Give thanks for the creative intelligence you are using and for your intuitive knowing and the implementation of your choices as a co-creator with God.
I am the vessel, you are the breath. All that flows through me is life at its best. When I surrender to all that you are, I become the shine in your shining star. I am one with you, you are one with me. There is only one eternity. So I give to you my solemn vow to love you forever, here and now. this moment, right here in this place. Miracles flow with infinite grace. As I turn to you with all that I am, you give me life, I give you my hand, 'cause I am the vessel, you are the breath. All that flows through me is life at its best. When I surrender to all that you are, I become the shine in your shining star. Yes, I become the shine in your shining star.
Now I would like to introduce to you our practitioner of the day from Tallahassee, Florida, Bo Smith.
Good morning. My name is Bo Smith, and I am a religious science practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. It is my honor to provide the opening treatment for this morning's service, and as I do so, I will be doing so in the first person, and I invite you to take it on for yourself if you would like. So just going within for a few moments and recognizing the truth, that spirit, that God, that life that flows through me, that flows through each of my brothers and sisters in this world, is the spirit of creativity, is the spirit of life everlasting. This life that flows through me, as me, is that same life that flows through everyone. Today, as I connect with this life, with this power, with this innate peace and presence, it provides me with wisdom. It opens my eyes. It opens my intuition. It allows me to see deeper, not only into my own soul, but into the life all around me. As I contemplate this infinite life and each of its stages and steps, I am in deep gratitude and in deep awe of how it manifests itself. I open myself up to that innate wisdom flowing through me, allowing it to speak to me. It speaks to me of peace and power, of plenty, of beauty, of joy, of opulence, and it speaks to me both internally and externally. Today, as we listen to the message from Dr. Maxine and truly take in the lesson, we integrate it into what our intuition is already saying. I take this in, the message, the music, and I use it for the betterment of my own progression and for all around me as well. I open myself at a deeper level today for that divine guidance, for that divine protection, for that divine life to flow through me ever more powerfully, ever more creatively. In deep gratitude for this opportunity to express this truth at a higher level, I give thanks and I accept that it is the truth for me now. I release my word into the law, moving forward into this service, into the rest of this day, and into the rest of the week before me, in deep gratitude. Releasing my word into the divine law, I know that it is so now, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Bo. Now, will you repeat with me, if you choose to, our affirmation for the day? I live in the flow of life, co-creating with the universal creative intelligence, celebrating Spirit's constancy, and delighting in newness. Yes, Well, we continue with the theme, the Centers for Spiritual Living theme for the year, which is Living Everyday Wonder. And don't you think that's a good theme for every day in every year? And since we're starting a new month right now, this is our first Sunday in November, we have a new theme for this month, which is another one I like to have us utilize every day forever. It is simply the art of appreciation. Oh, Ernest Holmes in Science of Mind says, and God will supply all our needs. This is a beautiful thought. We are fed from the table of the universe, whose board is ever spread with blessedness and peace, whose loving kindness has never been fathomed, whose grace and truth are the cornerstone of reality. I am so grateful that I can open my heart to the generous spirit of this universe. And I am so grateful for my understanding of the workings of the law. I am so appreciative of the presence which fills us, gives to us generously all the time. I'm so appreciative of the word that we can speak, our word of power, truth on the tongue, as Emma Curtis Hopkins would say. And I am so grateful for the dependability of the wonderful law of mind that responds to our belief and presents to us in the visible world what we have created in the invisible. It's a fabulous process. I'm so grateful for it. And I can't imagine a greater author than the infinite divine mind of God itself for having established this in its own life and for our individualized expressions of that life. And the creative intelligence of this universe requires what? An open channel, a beautiful, open-hearted instrument through which it may flow. And I would say it requires a beginner's mind. And the beginner's mind is a wonderful thing. If we bring that to every creative activity, we will find success and joy in all that we do. Because it requires not being attached to the way things used to be. It requires not getting stuck in the past. It does mean that we stand in this powerful moment right now, allowing the infinite blessings to flow through us, allowing our choice, our power of choice, to make a difference in the way it used to be so that it becomes the way we now choose for it to be. We have that power. We're redirecting our attention from past events and experiences to this powerful moment, the power of now. And we then bring new creation into being. But first, don't you think we need to clean out the subconscious patterns of doubt or limitation? Now, the doubt creeps in because we think we may be doing this all by ourselves. The doubt creeps in because we don't remember that there is an infinite power and presence within us that does it all by means of us, does it through us. It is not I of myself, it is I allowing the beautiful, incredible power of mind to move through me. It is I individualized from that great creative presence, which is replicating itself by means of me on the human level. You see, the infinite speaks, says, let there be. And it is. Now, we not only have faith in God, but it is important for us to establish the faith of God. You see, God never waves, but never wavers, because let there be is a very clear declaration, confident, expectant. And yet sometimes when we are in prayer, in our spiritual mind treatment, we can speak our word and then at the end of the treatment go, boy, I sure hope that works. You know, that is not the faith of God. That's hope is better than despair, but it is not effective in creating the world that we wish to create, our own individual worlds and the greater planetary expression of life itself. The faith of God is what is creative. is what allows us to succeed. Let there be, and expect it to take place. As Thomas Troyer would say, have a cheerful expectancy, because that cheerful expectancy, and we do love to work with joy, don't we? That cheerful expectancy is that which confidently brings about what we are praying about. It's a beautiful system. Let's use it appropriately. You see, we need to be flexible, to be open to change. We need to flow with grace into the newness. And in order to do that, we realize that it is up to us to make the change first in consciousness and then see it take place in our world. We just moved into standard time. Did you notice that? We got that yummy extra hour of sleep, or we stayed up an extra hour last night because we knew we could sleep a little bit. But we've already adapted to the change. I trust we have. And I love moving through these changes with flexibility and with grace and with an acceptance of something new, and the ability then to experience the same ease in all the adjustments that we make. That's a wonderful way to live our lives, moving through changes, and they continue to occur, don't they? And they always will. Moving through these changes with grace and with ease, and living our lives from that place of peaceful power, the creative, intelligent activity of this universe expressing through each of us. You know, yoga is a great example of this. Yoga, our wonder dog, who will be 21 this month, she is a great example because it doesn't seem to matter to her that she no longer has the vision and doesn't bother with the hearing. At first we thought it was selective hearing, you know, parents and their children. No, I don't want to do that. I didn't hear you. No, she doesn't have the vision. She doesn't have the hearing. She's adaptable. What a great lesson. We must learn this. She is happy. She is healthy. And she has developed greater powers to wind herself around the world with grace and ease. She even has the ability to find Reverend Mike or me wherever we happen to be. She just finds us. She doesn't rely on these other abilities that she used to have. She enjoyed them, certainly, but she's able to live a happy life. She's able to find her parents when she wants them, and she's able to find her food, and she eats like a young pony. So let's learn from her. Humankind has survived and thrived by continually moving forward and adapting. Let's learn from humankind itself that we are here because we have allowed the changes to take place and not resisted or fought them. Now, when we resist change in our lives, we become unhappy. We might experience some kind of pain physically or emotionally or mentally because we're hanging on to something that no longer serves us. It's time for us to be grateful for the evolutionary process. You see, the art of appreciation is one to develop, and we are developing it. What does the word appreciation mean? It certainly means to grow in value. When I appreciate anything or anyone or any condition in my life, it becomes more valuable to me. I want to appreciate and be grateful, and I am, for the evolutionary process. Yes, we're building on the past, but we're building in a wholesome way. And it brings to mind the wonderful poem by Maya Angelou on the pulse of morning. I'd like to read that to you now. A rock, a river, a tree, host to species long since departed, marked the mastodon, the dinosaur, who left dried tokens of their sojourn here on our planet floor. Any broad alarm of their hastening doom is lost in the gloom of dust and ages. But today, the rock cries out to us clearly, forcefully. Come, you may stand upon my back and face your distant destiny, but seek no haven in my shadow. I will give you no hiding place down there. You, created only a little lower than the angels, have crouched too long in the bruising darkness. Here, lain too long, face down in ignorance, your mouths spilling words armed for slaughter. The rock cries out to us today, you may stand upon me, but do not hide your face. Yes, we stand upon all that has come and all those who have come. We stand on their shoulders, but we must face ahead. We must face that distant future that truly is not so distant at all. You see, we move creatively from the known to the not yet perceived. I love this beautiful statement by Albert Einstein. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. What a brilliant man with such a brilliant heart, and the awareness that we have the power within us through the creative imagination, which we so appreciate as a gift given by God. And it is the preview of coming attractions of our lives. Let's utilize it intelligently. Let's utilize it lovingly. And we mustn't drag yesterday into today. Let's appreciate the yesterdays. Let's appreciate the dinosaurs. Let's appreciate the dinosaurs of our own experience as well. We're now moving into a creative new experience. Something brilliant and beautiful that hasn't yet ever been before. That we have the ability to design in our minds and then to bring forth through the creative law of mind into the visible world itself. We're constantly creating something. Let's make it something beautiful. Let's make it something loving and compassionate. Let's bring peace and joy into the world that is so much in need of it. We have the ability to do that. This is what this teaching is about, and I treasure it. I'm so grateful for our teaching. I'm so grateful for the people within it who are bringing it to life. This living in this powerful moment of now is the key to our freedom to recreate our experience, to bring something fresh and new and alive into our lives, and ultimately into the greater world itself. Spirit is constant as we're making all these changes, because we know everything comes in to change. Form comes in and form goes. That's its design. That's its designation. That's what we expect it to do. Why don't we stop being so surprised when something changes? It's what it's supposed to do. But God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. God is the constant. This divine presence which gives to us so generously, loves us endlessly, is constant in our lives. We must return to it and return to it again and again and again. And as we do, we become empowered. We live our lives more peacefully, much more on purpose, powerfully, lovingly, compassionately, effectively, successfully, understanding that we are individualized manifestations of the One, co-creators with the universe. Spirit underlies all form. It is the context in which all the contents of our lives are held, and it does not change. The forms do change. Let them. They're supposed to. And let's enter more appreciatively and more gracefully into all of these life passages. Each one brings us to a greater sense of who we truly are. So like this clay, like the silly putty, like the divine substance, we redesign our lives at our pleasure. I am so thankful for the divine constancy. I'm so thankful for the movement of forms in and out of our lives. And I am so grateful for our place in the universe as co-creators. Things change. Let them. Celebrate the changes and celebrate the changeless and be appreciative for everything in our lives. That which we are ready to leave in our consciousness, that which we are ready to embrace in our hearts, that which we are ready to bring forth into our worlds. This coming week, we will be celebrating Veterans Day on Friday. Usually they had these things on Monday, remember? But we're going to speak about it just briefly right now. We appreciate, celebrate, and honor every veteran who has given of themselves for us, for our freedom. We give thanks that as they moved out of their experience in the military, that they are now opening up to a beautiful new expression of life right here and right now. Yes, they can be proud of their bravery, and now it is time to build on that by being courageous in their own lives to recreate their worlds as God desires them to be. You know what God's will is for us? Did I ever tell you what God's will is? It's nothing like, oh, that must have been God's will. God's will is for life and for its full expression and for all that brings love and joy and hurts no one. Let's all enter into that celebration of new life, of God's will for us, which is always a life abundant, abundant in love, abundant in peace, abundant in joy, abundant in wholeness and health and well-being, abundant in creative activity. Let's utilize this divine substance in so many beautiful ways that we can just now begin to imagine. And let's use that great gift of imagination. Let it be the preview of our coming attractions, and trust the divine, trust the constant, and enjoy the changeable, the changing forms. Let's appreciate everything every day. Right now, appreciate our creativity. Will you say with me, I celebrate God's constancy. I delight in the responsive activity of mind. I love the law. I appreciate my use of creative intelligence. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you, loved ones. And now we're going to have something special. We do it every Sunday. It's called our Celebration of Prosperity. And you see there are so many ways to support our beloved center. And thank you all for doing so. However you choose to do that. This is how I choose to do it. I choose to take my physical gift in my hand and hold it to my heart. And let's say our affirmation together. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
right here, right now. We are all connected somehow. Even a whisper in the dark becomes a prayer that reaches out and touches your heart. A rising tide lifts us all. Every drop of water helps to keep the flow. When you make a ripple in the river of life, we will all be lifted, lifted by the rising tide. We all have dreams of a world where we can live in peace, and each act of kindness builds a bridge that leads us to the common ground beyond our differences. A rising tide lifts us all. Every drop of water helps to keep the flow. When you make a ripple in the river of life, we will all be lifted, lifted by the rising tide. I'm holding on to what I know that we can be in a sea of possibility. Oh, rising tide lifts us all. Every drop of water helps to keep the flow. When you make a ripple in the river of life, we will all be lifted. We will all be lifted by the rising tide. Lifts us all. Every drop of water helps to keep the flow. When you make a ripple in the river of life, we will all be lifted, lifted by the rising tide. Oh, lifted by the rising tide. Gonna be lifted, lifted by the rising tide. Lifted by the rising tide. Make a ripple in the river of life. Lifted, lifted by the rising tide.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Smethers, and I'm happy to be a member of your board of trustees.
Yay!
Welcome, everyone. We are so excited that you're here with us today. And Dr. Maxine, thank you for always giving us such an inspiring lesson. And I'm going to read what I wrote down here. I am looking forward to letting go and choosing to move forward and creating beautiful new ideas and cheerfully expectancy this week. So thank you. I'll let you know how that goes next week. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful Sunday and their extra hour. We invite you to join us for a new dynamic series of a 4-workshop on Zoom called Living a Beautiful Life, using science of mind principles in every area of your life. In this series of 4 2-hour workshops beginning on Tuesday evening, November 22nd, we will be exploring a new deep level. We will be exploring at a new deep level how to use the science of mind to expand and enlarge our awareness and experiences in the areas of health, wealth, love, and relationships, and work and creative expressions. We will be using guided meditation, journaling, spiritual mind affirmations, and other spiritual practices to reveal the inner magnificence that lives within each of us, and to use these practices in a hands-on, practical way to bring a larger, more expansive experience into our lives. That sounds like a lot of fun. There will be lively discussions, profound spiritual practices, and deep explorations of our desires and goals in each of the 4 areas of our lives. This is a love offering donation series of workshops. Attend all 4 or choose the workshop that explores the areas that you are most interested in. This workshop will be presented by Bo Smith. To see all the information on this workshop and to register, just go to www.cslphilly.org, the events calendar, and click on November 22nd. With our commitment to have at least one in-person event each month, we are happy to let you know that we're actually holding 2 in-person Sunday celebrations this month. Yay! Next Sunday, November 13th, it will be held at Interbrod, 2583 Industry Lane, Eagleville, Pennsylvania. Again, just go to our events calendar for November 13th and let us know you'll be joining us there. And mark your calendars for Sunday, November 27th. We will be holding another in-person celebration and our Bountiful Bouquet presentation at the Hyatt House in King of Prussia, across from the King of Prussia Mall. More details are in our events calendar. Reverend Mike's Science of Mind textbook group continues each Saturday at 9:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We invite you to jump in any Saturday. Just go to our events calendar and click on the Saturday you'd like to join and register using the link. Reverend Mike will send you an email with instructions on how to join. If you are watching us and enjoying our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook and YouTube channel, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices of our Sunday celebrations and our daily love notes when they are uploaded. Again, we continue to live stream our Sunday celebrations every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button to see all our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. That's it for today. Thank you. Go out and enjoy this beautiful Sunday.
Yay! Thank you, Suzanne. Awesome. We have the most wonderful board of trustees, and she's one of the wonderful people on it. So grateful for that. Now, this is what? The first Sunday of the month. What do we do the first Sunday of the month? Well, we acknowledge all the birthday people. So anyone who was born in the month of January, that's someone I know who is watching from Boca Raton, Florida. Haha! Will you please stand up while we sing to you? Hit it, Maestro.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you.
And many, 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 many more. And now our closing song will be presented by Susie Hulcher. It's called Allowing.
It's all about allowing peace within. In absolute surrender, so serenity begins. For when the storm subsided and calm becomes the way, it's all about allowing it to stay. It's all about allowing love to flow. It's setting down your burden and just simply letting go. For as you cease the struggle and love pours through your heart, it's all about allowing it to start. Now feel it warm and shining, new with promise, strong, undying love, different than any you have known. And now the seed is sown. It's all about allowing change to show, then living in the moment like it's all you'll ever know. And though it won't be easy, you can truly say you tried, for it's all about allowing it inside. Sown. It's all about allowing love to flow. It's setting down your burden and just simply letting go. For as you cease the struggle and love pours through your heart, it was all about allowing. All about allowing it to start.
Thanks so much for being with us today, folks. We love being with you wherever you are. So as we go forward, let's know that there is one divine mind and heart expressing in, through, and as each of us as beautiful co-creators with the intelligent activity of mind. We give thanks. We give thanks. We are so appreciative of everything and everyone. God is good all the time, and so it is.